What we do is ensure that they understand, of course, the tax liabilities that are going to be incurred on that at time of sale.
What's the biggest frustration when it comes to capital gains tax deferral as it pertains to the sale of businesses?
Well, it really has to get down to the opportunity that is both a virtual and physical asset inventory business model. So we can price the business differently than we can price the inventory, because the inventory obviously has a depreciation or an asset depreciation behind it, or it could be an appreciating asset depending upon how you structure the business. Now we have things like just seller discretionary earnings. They can change that. There's cash versus accrual basis at the accounting level to determine how to properly procedurize that business by the time it goes to exit. And then if you're going to look at the deferment of that, we would even recommend you put it into a trust in the process of creating that. Now, you're more of an expert at this than I am, but there are different ways to structure this for exit or even a legacy play that can defer some of that cash or even defer some of the taxation of that at time of sale. So it's really going to be up to you to go. Again, I'm not a tax accountant attorney. I was sure that you have, Brett, the expertise to advise people on that. What we do is ensure that they understand, of course, the tax liabilities that are going to be incurred on that at time of sale, and then, of course, seek counsel and help to ensure to minimize those. One of the ways we actually do that, too, is to go and deploy another business structure in which that capitalization can be reused in another business structure, either in an owner equity capacity or loaning the company money to basically go back and launch a new company after the first one sells. So we actually have the opportunity to take that and then redistribute that capital to reduce that taxable by basically doing it again. Once you learn,
Neil,
how
I
to
feel
do
like
this
you're an
model,
orchestra, right? And you got all these bands playing different instruments, and your musical mind is like putting all of the melodies together, right? And you're putting the operations, you're putting the the books and records, you're putting the product, you're putting the marketing, you're even putting some of the tax stuff here, right? And you're weaving this together, and you're up there, and you have what are those? I don't know what would you call them. I don't want to butcher it, right? But you're leading the orchestra. Do you ever feel like you're the head of an orchestra?
Yeah, I wish I played more instruments, so I could understand some of the frustrations of some of those particular areas. It's enough to be dangerous to know some of these and not know them all. I have experts in this way, and as I mentioned, my business partner for 9 years is very strong in this financial market. He ran a financial business prior to this, and I leverage his operations and experience heavily, as we're two sides of the same coin. I tend to focus on more of the strategic. As you said, I'm more of the orchestrator. He's more of the tactician, and together with him and my other partners, I feel really many times like I'm the dumbest guy in the room because I'm around a lot of really smart people.
Very cool. Well, I'm really impressed, Neil, and I'm liking everything you're saying. And yeah, the answer is yes. And sometimes I feel like we got our Roman legion, shields, and we have the little spear that sticks out, right? And we're all marching, and we all got to get together and side by side with the client in the middle and bring our particular niche strength, right? And then we also need someone who's like an orchestra, who's like kind of like overseeing and running it all, right? Maybe sometimes jumping in there himself with the shield and putting the spear to the would it be taxes or marketing or income and expenses or getting everything prepared, a broker, lender. All of this, right? It's complex because the tax code is complex.
It takes time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes time. You have an expertise. So very cool. Thanks for sharing that. And by the way, yeah, we do have a solution for that. We do specialize in the Deferred Sales Trust. That's our niche, little spear that we use. And we help people defer capital gains taxes on the sale of cryptocurrency, businesses, real estate, not using a 1031 exchange. You can learn more about that at capitalgainstaxsolutions.com.